What is up, everybody? It is Monday, August 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in brutally hot and full of COVID Florida. I hope that all of you are doing very well, having a wonderful day, and enjoying all this amazing price movement on Bitcoin. I basically took the last week off. It feels like I basically took the last month off, but I completely took the last week off. I was in the Bahamas in a little place called Harbor Island. It was absolutely amazing. We had really crappy internet, which was a great excuse for me to do almost nothing, put my phone down and chill with the family doing epic things. As you guys can see down on the bottom, scrolling by right there. Oh, I did it the right way for the first time. This stream is sponsored proudly by Kava. They have so much going on, guys. I know that by now you've been watching these streams. You know what Kava is all about. But they are launching Swap, SWAP, on August 30th. But most importantly, they just did the testnet only a few days ago and had 36,000 participants and $120 million transacted in 7 days. That is their new, that's their new AMM. So basically, it's a much better version of a Uniswap. It's cross-chain. You can do it on any chain, not just on Ethereum. It is going to be absolutely massive. So you guys should be watching out for that. Please click down below on the link for Kava. Check out everything they have going on, because I promise you it is a lot. So anyways, yeah, I was in the Bahamas. Basically in the last 2 weeks, I did like a lot of crazy stuff. Swam with sharks, swam with turtles, swam with pigs, fed pigs in the water, swam with pigs, jumped off a cliff, speared 13 lobsters at 15 feet, did some boating, went to the most beautiful sandbar in the world, learned how to wake surf. What else did I do? Man, it was crazy. It's been crazy. So anyways, the market is bullish. And I think that the argument for the temporary bear mark being over is pretty clear. I'm going to move my camera back. I don't know. This thing is like all up in my face. Oh, that's even more up in my face. Scooting this back. Too much of my face. Too much face, guys. Too much face. So I'm not too sunburned. Yeah, but I got the sunglass thing. The amateur sunglass across the bridge of the nose thing. I get very tan. I don't generally burn too much. But yeah, I got a weird sunglass thing. Not ideal. So guys, listen, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to take a look at the top 10 coins by market cap and see what we can figure out. We all know what's going on with Bitcoin, but I will review that quickly as well. And then we'll take a look at the other ones on their Bitcoin and dollar pairs, because that should give us an idea of WTF is happening with this market in general. But I will tell you why I think the bear market, if you want to call it that, is over, ended, dust, dead, finished. Okay, so is there anything else I was supposed to do? I feel like rusty. And today I came back. So you know when you come back from vacation, it's like everybody needs everything. Like everything was on fire today. So like I did a thing for CoinMarketCap at 10 o'clock this morning. It was basically with Jessica Walker. And they asked like, hey, how to explain Bitcoin to a 5-year-old. And like, I realized like 7 minutes before that I had this on my schedule. I was working on the newsletter and none of my gear was like set up. So I was scrambling like to get a camera. I was mayhem. That's how the whole day has been. But let's take a look at the charts right now. So first, this is CoinMarketCap. So we'll be looking at these top 10 coins, basically, obviously not at the stable coins, because their charts are super boring. It's like a dead person's EKG, right? Okay, so first, let's look at Bitcoin because I mean, looks nuts. It's bananas. This is the monthly chart, right? How many times I've shared this? I don't know, man, but whatever, dude. Right? Down, up, slight deviation, but this is from 2013. Down, perfect touch on support, up. Break of the EQ, right? The center line, that equilibrium right there, that center dash line is a key resistance and support on any channel, sideways, up, down, doesn't matter. Retest as support, drop back down to there. 4 wicks now, but this candle's not closed. 4 wicks below. High wave spinning top right here, showing indecision. Tweezer bottoms, reversal signal, bullish hammer, confirming the bullishness of potential bullish of that candle, and now potentially moving up, right? This is how you get the stupid Bitcoin targets in the 6 figures, right? Let's look. It's August. If all of a sudden it hit the top of this channel in August, when you flip BEQ as support, you expect a trip to the top of the channel. That's just technical analysis. Doesn't matter how big the number is. That's just how this works. Don't shoot the messenger. Bolt hard. I get it. I know what you guys say. If it hit this month, it would be 165 grand. Next month, about 178. October, 192. November, 200,000. You see how, depending on when it hits, assuming that it does, which is a very bold assumption, how we get these massive 6-figure targets for Bullcoin. Talk dirty to me. All right. Weekly chart. This is why I think the bear market's over. By definition, according to some people, there's different ways to determine bull, bear market, whatever. But when you make a higher high, that's the end of the bear market, right? So we have this high, right? Low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now a higher high. By definition, that is, according to some technical analysts, a new bull trend when you make the higher high and an end of the bear trend. Some people say this is not a higher high. I've heard that this was the only lower high, excuse me. I don't buy it. I think this is bullish. And most importantly, we're above 42K and closed above 42 on Coinbase. It's 41,986 on the weekly chart. Absolutely massive, incredible candles here on the weekly. 4 weeks of bull, bull, bull. Michael Saylor, bull, bull, bull. Bitcoin price action, bull, bull, bull. So yeah, I mean, the next obvious area of resistance here on the weekly is, 50,000, right around that 23.6%. Bounced right below the 50 here, right in this predictable area off the 50 MA. Beautiful. Daily, I guess the talk of the town right now for people who care about things like MAs is the 200 MA, right? Broke it here, never really retested it after that initial bounce. Well, a close above the 200 MA for a lot of people would be a time to have, solo pleasure by themselves and enjoy the moment, because apparently that's a really big deal. You can see some other areas I've marked: 47,000, 50,000, and then of course this major supply zone up here, 55 to 56, 57 area. Those are the next areas of resistance. I mean, technically this has not been retested, so you would not be surprised to catch that. I drew this on Twitter yesterday. This is the one that would really mess with people. Close above it, come down, drop below, and then go up, right? That's the one that's going to mess with people. Oh my God, bull market's over, bear market. No, goes up, right? So I would not be surprised to see us come down here, even down here, for some kind of action like that. But maybe we just do this, right? Because it's technical analysis and none of us have any idea. But maybe we just go straight up and we land on the moon, smiley face moon. Anything possible. But to me, I think that the bearish trend is over. I mean, I told you guys this on the Bollinger Bands when we had that breakout of the tight bands here, which we've had 3 times basically in the last year. It looked like December got out above the bands. I drew this when we were here, said maybe consolidate, head back up. That looks like it is what's happening. And most importantly, is important to note, this is not what I was going to talk about next. We're out of the range, right? And if you are a subscriber to the newsletter, I shared this setup, I think just last week, right? Maybe even on Friday. This little bull flag that I said would probably push us finally out above the range, and it did. And now we have a perfect retest of the range highs, and it looks like even more bullish consolidation here. I mean, everything really looks pretty bullish to me. Can't lie. Obviously, we have this potential bearish divergence here with RSI, a lower high. Looks like it might push through it. But to note, when that happens on the daily, man, it can go for a long time, right? You had a bear div here, bear div here, bear div here as price continued to chop its way up. But eventually we could go, much deeper into overbought. I mean, this got up to 90. We're only at 72 right now. So I'm not too worried about that. Going to come back over to the chat because I'm not drawing like a drunken sailor. I'm drawing like a drunken, what am I? Analyst. I'm not a sailor. John's here. He's late. It's kind of his thing. Looking around at your comments here. Coin and Bitcoin have been in pretty lockstep. Will the earnings report tomorrow cause a significant movement? I don't know. Honestly, I have Coin pulled up because my cost basis was in the 250s and I'm finally in profit and it feels good. But yeah, Coinbase stock has been in accumulation, ranging sideways, and finally broke out. So I think that this is going to head up. I think that it's probably priced in that their earnings for the second quarter, should be good because they made it basically through May with the epic bull run. So maybe the back half of the second quarter could be a downturn, but I think it's the third quarter that's going to probably suffer. But that's priced in. Everybody knows that it was this epic bull run. People were signing up to crypto exchanges like 10x the pace that they were 3 months before, and then that it slowed down. I mean, we all know for a fact that May volumes were like double June volumes, which were double July volumes, just what it is, right? So price prediction for the end of August. Nah, man, I don't do that. I don't do that. And I'll tell you why. Like, it's fun to make price predictions and talk about it, but I like to just say, hey, it's probably going to go up in general because that's what markets do. But it doesn't matter to me when it gets there because I'm not selling. I ain't selling. You ain't selling. You ain't selling. I'm not selling. We're not selling. So what does it matter? You shouldn't be viewing Bitcoin through a lens of worrying about what it's going to be doing in 3 weeks, right? You should be worried about what it's going to be doing in 3 decades, 3 millennia. I'm not trying to trade this and sell at the end of August. Right. You ain't selling. Here you are. You ain't selling. We ain't selling. But listen, I think the number is going to go up over time. Isn't that what we need to know? Right. Considering the price, isn't it amazing the Senet news hasn't driven the price down? I'm not amazed by that. Steven. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I just tweeted something like a few minutes ago. It seems they came to some compromise, with the Treasury Department and Janet, who's always yelling. They basically changed a little bit of the language to ensure that it would only be brokers and exchanges that are taxed. And taxes are part of life. And regulation has always been coming. And nobody was surprised that regulation was coming. And also, if you've been paying attention to what the Senate's doing and how ludicrous the way we pass our laws is, maybe that's driving people to buy Bitcoin. I mean, we can see on-chain metrics right now is a lot of small accounts coming back into Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, new wallets. There's people looking at this and going, holy crap, this is broken. This is stupid. This is dumb. Maybe I'll buy a little Bitcoin since everyone's talking about it. Like the entire US Senate talking about Bitcoin in an infrastructure bill that has nothing to do with Bitcoin. That's the biggest piece of legislation in the Biden administration. And they're talking about cryptocurrency. We shut down the biggest bill in government that's bipartisan for a whole weekend with no lobbyists. Just a bunch of degenerates who are passionate about what we're doing shut down the government basically and now have every U.S. senator talking about it. So I think it's bullish. I think that it's bullish what's happening in the Senate because everyone in the world knows that regulation is going to be a part of the game. And it ain't that bad. I think it went pretty good. I ain't selling. You're not selling. I'm not selling. You're not selling. We're not selling. Nice tan, thank you. Yeah, Janet always yelling. Yeah, we got Elizabeth going to Warren and Janet always yelling. That's what these people do. All right, let's look at some more. I don't know. Let me see one more question. Then I'm going to look at some more charts. What advice would you give to someone new who has, let's say, $100,000? In theory, it's not Daniel we're talking about. Like Daniel has a friend who knows a guy, and that guy was asking, don't go looking for Daniel and his $100,000. Don't do that. And wants to invest in crypto. I mean, personally, first of all, I can't give financial advice, but here's the financial advice I would give if I could give financial advice. That is, I don't know, 60% Bitcoin, 40% Ethereum, and dollar cost average in. That's how I would look at it. Personally, that's how I would look at it. Looking for a wallet or exchange for my 7-year-old father that pays best interest on stable coins I could directly withdraw to. Yeah, Voyager. The information should be in my description, but I've ridden with Voyager since the day they opened. I love them. I love their whole team. I love everything they do. You guys think that I'm sponsored by them. I'm no longer sponsored by them. They did sponsor the podcast for a very long time. I just love it. That's where I trade. You get, if you hold VGX, you get 10% on your USDC. It's completely liquid. You can get in and out, and it's the most easy app on your phone. That's who I use. That's who I use. They're amazing. It's great. People are saying Celsius. I don't think you can do US dollars into Celsius. I think you need to buy your crypto and send it in. There's a lot of ways to do it great, but they have great rates and very, very intuitive and easy. All right. Let's take a look at ETH. I believe in England they call it Ethereum. Ethereum, mate. I can't do British accents or British food. It's disgusting. Why don't you guys make food that's good? Why is the food so bad in England? So bad. Good Indian food. Ethereum, Bitcoin. You know, what is there to say, man? Ethereum performs better than Bitcoin. It just does. It just does. It just does. Ethereum has more upside than Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is the more important asset. If you had to own one, own that. But I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum is like investing in the internet of the future. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But here we are flipping the range EQ again on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Should be heading up. We had this breakout I showed you. But more importantly, Ethereum has never lost its range. You know, look at the Ethereum USD. This is when, let me go to the daily. When Bitcoin temporarily broke the range lows, I pointed this out like countless times that hadn't happened with Ethereum. It held the range lows. Both of these cases, you had bullish divergence with RSI at support at the range lows. I said very clearly, not 3 weeks ago, that I thought after this, when I saw this candle, that Ethereum was going to 3,000, right? And that was a trade. I said, if we flip this and another one, all entries to get us to 3,000. Ethereum looks crazy, and it's holding the range highs now as support. 2 candles in a row. This looks super bullish. I would say 35.95 next, then 43.84, aka all-time high. Anything can happen here, but this is also a confirmed double bottom. I'm just looking at this now, right? 2 bottoms. It's confirmed on this break. I don't know what the target is. Probably already hit. So you pull the depth of it, extrapolate it here. Yeah, just exactly hitting its target. So that's played out. There's the target of this double bottom from here. We can raise all this crap now. This is it. I'm assuming there will be times when it cools off, but once again, this is making a higher high. That there's no more bear trend here. It's new bull trend. New bull trend. BNB is next. Now, most alts look like doo-doo beans against Bitcoin, and I've been saying for a very long time, like, if you're trading alts against USDT, fine, enjoy your life. It's great, but most likely sitting in Bitcoin would be better. If you're trading to compound your Bitcoin and stack sats, it's been a bad time to be in the alt market for quite a while here. And I've been standing by that and not sharing that many trades. This looks mediocre. I mean, I guess we could pull this here and say it comes down here, you get a potential double bottom type thing, but that doesn't look great. You know, like, listen, as I said, Bitcoin is at the top of the range. I said it's going to break up, bad for alts. It's going to dump, bad for alts, or go sideways. And that had even been kind of bad for alts. So let's see, BNB USDT. I bought some here around $300 actually, not long ago. Because I think the FUD against Binance is funny. So I just wanted some more counter trade. I mean, this should be going to 381 here, the EQ of this larger channel. But this looks fine for now. It's really not that much volume. Maybe you could pull this as a support. Pull this as a support. A little steep for my liking. If you're looking at an online chart, you could also say that this now has confirmed a double bottom. Oh, I like this. Okay, I just saw what I like. There you go. Looks good. Right? On a line chart, you would have these 2 lows and you'd have a double bottom that targets probably around here. So this should be heading up. I mean, you know, if these charts look good, for BNB USDT to go up, Bitcoin has to go up, basically. Coming back to the comments. Don't shoot the messenger, but Doge, I'll get there. It's top 10 coin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, alt season, it's always like alt season for someone else's coins, right? Doge can hit $1. Please tell me anything's possible. I see no reason for it to hit $1, and I never did. This guy thinks I'm a dick, but your food's bad, dude. Your food's bad. Your food's bad. I don't want to reiterate this, but the food's bad. Like, it tastes bad. I mean, I'm all for like a pot pie every once in a while or something, and fish and chips is cool, but it's you take a piece of crappy fish and you throw it in a fryer, and then you take some crappy potatoes and you throw them in a fryer, and then you serve it. It's fish and chips. It's whatever, man. It's not great. It's not great. It's not great. Are we in the era where owning 10 ETH is a big deal? I think so, especially if ETH becomes more deflationary. I think that's true. Yeah, I think owning any amount is good. Yeah, this guy agrees. He's from the UK, agrees. Your food is crap, dude. You guys, but Braveheart was about you guys, so that's good. Let me see. English breakfast sounds like a weird sexual thing. Oh, I gave her an English breakfast, but no. Putting an egg in a thing and taking a toast and dipping it in the raw egg and being like, ooh, beans. It's breakfast. Oh, it's not breakfast. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like, why would you want beans for breakfast? I don't want beans for breakfast. Let's do Cardano, ADA. Oh, I apparently looked at a trade here this morning. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're going to get a balance. I would, you could long the range lows and see if you can get up here, something like that. That could be a pretty good trade. Maybe even get an entry right there if it comes down to that bottom. But I mean, this isn't great. This isn't great. You could easily lose it. The only reason the trade here is good is because it's got a high risk reward. You could even put a stop like somewhere up here below these lows. Hope for the best. Let's see what it looks like but I mean, this isn't great. Let's see what it looks like on the USDT pair. Okay, better, right? It's breaking resistance. If it can close another candle up here, if you're trading on the USDT pair, I'd be looking for something like this. If you're trading it to stack sets, I think you could take a shot at it down here. I mean, even if you took a shot at it where it is now, it's not ideal, but you still have a 4.72 risk reward ratio, right? I would honestly, I'd put my stop a little lower. Something like that. Then it really, exit but here it faked out below the range lows. That's a little scary. I don't know. That's my view on ADA. You could even draw this, listen, now I would, let me change my bias here a little bit, make it look a little worse. I want to be above that. Then you have a double bottom. Okay, so this is a nice. Okay, this is one bottom. This is the second bottom, very close. So that gives you a target of almost $2, basically $2, $1.99. But you got to get above resistance first. Someone's going to be like, you told me to enter and it went like this. Well, you're at resistance, dude. I didn't tell you shit. You're responsible for your own bad financial decisions. I'm responsible for my own bad financial decisions. That's how this works. Yeah, something like that is what I'd be looking for. If it fails, catch it lower. Catch it lower. XRPP, doing nothing. Who cares? Who cares? Why? Nothing. Holy God, is this boring? This is what XRP is doing. Get rid of all this. It did have a kind of a head and shoulders. I'm going to eliminate all these lines. I don't know why I just did that. Those are totally relevant, but it's just doing this. And it's just this, right? Call me when it exits that. That's it. We're not looking at that coin anymore. Done with you. XRP USD, I haven't changed this chart since this is a weekly chart. Okay, well, it's finally breaking back above support. So this should go to $1.80 if it can hold above 79 cents. Although I think you got some fresh resistance here at a buck. Buck-ish. Yeah. Right around $1.04 or something like that. I mean, lines are not exact, right? These are just areas. But I think it's fair to say that's 86 cents. Something like this. Something through here. Yeah, right there. $1.03. Break holding 79 cents on the weekly should send it to $1.03. This was your entry. This is an old ass chart though, man. I don't know. Why are we looking at XRP? Who cares? Nobody cares. Doge, the most gratuitous and obvious top in history. Saturday Night Live, Elon Musk, zero volume. But then again, people are trading Doge on like Robinhood and not on a Bitcoin pair. So no surprises here. It's doing nothing on the Bitcoin pair. Let's just look at it where everyone's trading it on the USDT pair. Now, listen, I had it pegged for hopefully 8 cents, but it bounced instead here at 15. That was a nice entry. Nice entry. Right at support. Tapped it dead ass even. I think as long as it holds this, 23 cents looks good for a trip to 29. Yeah. Let's add some lines, something like this. And then beyond that, 44 cents. But this was a clear head and shoulders. It broke down and it has not reached its target, but that'd be much lower. And this is Saturday Night Live when I was screaming, Doge is in a bubble. Screaming. As a TA guy, how much weight do you give to on-chain analysis? I'm not a master of it, but I track it very closely. Like I follow Willy Woo, William Clemente, and I have a subscription to Into the Block. Those guys write for my newsletter. I think it's important. I think it's very important. Just I don't know how to do it myself. If Bitcoin can 3x, then Litecoin can potentially 20x. I mean, cross out Litecoin and put anything, but there's no reason to believe that. Litecoin has looked like stir-fried shit for this entire run, doing nothing. Bitcoin Cash, I hate it. It's stupid. It's dumb. Nobody likes it, and nobody likes you if you like it, probably. Litecoin's fine. Just kind of talk about that. Why invest in Litecoin when you could just not? No, Litecoin is fine. Seriously. It's fine. It's fine. It just does not perform that well, and I don't like, there's no compelling reason. If I was going to do not Bitcoin, I would definitely look at Ethereum. That's kind of where I'm at. My buddy was up 15 grand on Doge, and I told him to sell it stat. He decided to hodl it. You can lead a horse to water, right? You can lead a horse to raw water, but you can't eat the horse. That's what it is, right? Oh, you can't force it to drink. You can't eat. I ate a raw horse in Japan. That happened. That I ate, and in a separate and unrelated incident, I got E. coli in Japan because that was from chicken sashimi. I don't know if you guys know. I've told these stories, but I went to Japan for most of 2006 with a guy named Toshi Kubota. I was the DJ in his band. He's like the Michael Jackson of Japan. And everywhere they took me, like we went to 30 cities, I was like the one white guy in the group. And it was like funny to test how drunk they could get me and what they could feed me. So I ate things like raw horse and raw chicken. But the joke was on them when they had to roll me out on stage with an IV because of the E. coli that the raw chicken they had fed me had given me. Yeah. I preached Doge on Charles Payne weeks ago. You mean that it was going to go down? Yes, that's correct. You also ate raw horse in Japan. It's good. Tastes fine. I definitely was never preaching that Doge was going to go up, if that's what you mean. Litecoin's outperforming today. Let's look. Outperforming what, I guess, is the question. Oh, wow. Litecoin popping. See, it made me look stupid. Who knew? Litecoin. I guess you could buy Litecoin. No, that actually looks good, but that's pumping right up into this resistance. So if you caught it low, this was support. Absolutely. I just haven't looked at the chart. But, listen, this is macro support. So, yeah, but that's right into resistance. You can't buy it now. But if it flips that, start talking about higher levels like here, maybe 0.41. It's not very far, though. Still not even a very big move. It's not even a 10% move. It looks huge. Let's see. Looks like against USD. That's funny. I'm not going to lie. I'm now remembering that I posted a Litecoin setup in the newsletter last week. And it was the breakout here. So I'm a genius. It's way up. Yeah, I was wrong. I hadn't looked at the Litecoin chart today. Now I feel dumb because I actually posted a chart saying that it looked good last week and it has flipped that support moving up. So yeah, Litecoin looks great. Take back everything I said. Litecoin's amazing. It's the most important coin. New paradigm. It's the future of everything. Your holiday is showing a reflection of knowledge of what's going on, bro, with NFTs and DeFi. Have I discussed NFTs and DeFi? I still kept up. Sorry to make you feel dumb. Yeah, right. Litecoin looks good. Litecoin is good. Yeah, you did. I traded that setup. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Have you been paying attention to crypto payments? I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, it does look good on USD. It does look good. The Litecoin blockchain does Bitcoin, but a little faster. Litecoin's fine, guys. It's fine. I just, whatever. I'm living in Tokyo for 10 years. Eating raw chicken and stuff was the rage, but some people died, and now it's basically banned ever. I almost died. I was one of those people that was like, raw chicken's disgusting. I'm going to eat it for clout because I don't want to be embarrassed. And now I'm sick for a week, and I think I might die. So whatever. Yeah, it was really, really bad. Really bad. Bit of bad idea. Let's take a look. We got a couple more coins here. We did Doge. Fine, whatever. Dot. That was an old idea. I also posted a dot setup here, but dot on the USDT pair looks better again. And that kind of looks exactly like Litecoin, right? Before Litecoin pumped. Descending wedge here down at the bottom. Yeah, I would take a serious look at dot here. I think it should be heading up here-ish, 28 to 30 bucks. Breakout, retest. Would like to see more volume, but can't always get what you want. Break up. Bitcoin pair, not that exciting. Not that exciting at all. And kind of getting rejected at the moment. I don't know. Maybe if it breaks that, that's kind of stupid. Something there. Clearly here. I think you're kind of ranging between these two areas at resistance here. Looks, again, they look good. All these coins looking good on the USD pair should mean Bitcoin goes up, right? Because they're not going to go up if Bitcoin goes down. This is clearly an area right here, right? So got to get above that. That's whatever. Litecoin, look at making me look bad and good at the same time. Making me look bad and good at the same time. Last one in the top, Uni. Oh, this looks pretty good on the Bitcoin pair, and even better. This was another trade breakout here. Beautiful. Coming into resistance on the USDT pair here. Something like that. Nice, though. And this looks good on the Bitcoin pair. Yeah, pretty encouraging. It's a pretty mixed bag. Some alts look great. Some look so-so, but almost all of them look good on their USD pairs, which means Bitcoin should go up. Your support-ish. Somewhere like here. Resistance here. I like the USDT pair. If it can get above here, if it can get above 29... 44 is squarely in the target, but you'll probably get a lot of resistance around here. 30 something bucks, 33 to 30 something. So yeah, I'd be looking for something like this. Otherwise, then you can come back around and go up. That looks like a face. Yeah, I mean, it's a mixed bag, but nothing looks terrible. Nothing looks terrible, and that's a good thing. Litecoin. Did I mention that Litecoin is the chart of the day? Chart of the day. Did I mention that earlier? I didn't, because I was making fun of it 5 seconds ago for no good reason. But yeah, that looks really good, guys. If you caught it at 149, I mean, this is a perfect flip. Perfect flip. And that's a double bottom. So let's find the target. Yeah. The market looks pretty hot right now. So 195, which lines up with this resistance right here. So still got another 20% in that or so. before it should hit resistance. That looks pretty darn good. Oh, Kristen would like it lame. She really thinks that Litecoin is lame coin. I respect that. I respect that. I know people really don't want to spend crypto, but at some point, yes. Have you looked at why Payrails and AMP and ACH? Still not quite sure. I'm sorry exactly what you're asking. But I would love to. I think that there's going to be a time when payments are a huge part of the industry. You're seeing PayPal move into it. We're seeing Visa, MasterCard both focus on that. We just saw Binance improve on their payments. Voyager just bought a company for payments. That's definitely part of mainstream adoption, is legit payment solutions and people being able to use it. And certainly people getting paid like through Strike and things like that, which we've seen in crypto. Trying to catch up on the comments over here. Let me see. Please help me with XLM chart. I didn't mean to click on that, but now I have to look at the chart, which is tight for you. Look at XLM. Bad. Doing nothing. Fine. I mean, all these charts kind of look the same, right? Think that now. You buy, when you're drawing lines, by the way, you see people move lines, whatever. New price action gets the nod, right? So maybe you don't have to, but maybe you look here and then you say, oh yeah, that's pretty clear right there, you know? But we can go back to the old one. That's why I say lines are areas, you know? Like if you were drawing supply and demand, I would have done this. Right? Because this was the last up candle before a major move down. And you can see it's flipping that area. So XLM looks pretty good against USDT, but still below a very key sort of area here. Maybe, but you could also pull this. Let me see. I mean, it's near support, but this is living on the edge. Let's see if there's bullish divergence. That would give me some more confidence. I bet there is. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of bullish divergence here. So this could pop, right? Higher lows on RSI as it's making slightly lower lows on price. That's real close, but definitely in general, bullish divergence there. So XLM looks pretty good. I don't know, man. You look at this, all these charts, and this market looks like it's ready to just explode up. It's almost scary because it lets you know that we're getting exuberant here. Solana, 5 years? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? I think investing in the key platforms, listen, some of them won't work out, but that's pretty good investment. Love the Crown interview. I will. He's great. Smart guy. Wow, this guy's fiending. You got me fiending. If y'all don't know 90s slow jams, you should know that. I can't leave you alone. You got me fiending. Cool. Here's Vet, because you're fiending. Got me going crazy. I made a mixtape in like 2007 called Knockin' Boots with all 90s slow jams. And I sent it when we first met to Emmy, who told me she was into 90s R&B. And then she married me. So I think there's a correlation between that song and my marriage. Vet looks like this to me, kind of boring and at resistance, sort of flipping resistance, but I do not like these upwicks there at all on the Bitcoin pair, but it'll look fine on the USDT pair, like everything else. Jodeci, Feenan, Jodeci. There's Jodeci. Saw Jodeci in concert with MC Hammer. Pretty dope. I went to 2 MC Hammer concerts, like 91, 89, 90, 91. And so I get the 2 concerts confused as to who played. But I think one of them was MC Hammer En Vogue, and Vanilla Ice. Dope. And the other one, that was when Vanilla Ice was, that was like, I was most excited to see Vanilla Ice because I was white and it was 1989 or 1991. The other one was Oaktown 357. It was kind of like JJ Fad, girl group from Oakland. Jodeci and MC Hammer. Vet looks good here on the USDT pair. Flip this resistance. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go up to 15 cents or so here. Something like up here. Sure. That looks great. Should have a 50% move still in it after flipping that. Great. That's great. What's Bitcoin doing? Going up. Bitcoin's going up. Bear market's over. If you think it was a bear market, it's over. Start a new one tomorrow, but that one's over. It's over. Over. Why do you trust Voyager with your funds over cold storage? Bitcoin maxis have me worried my funds will be stolen and I should self-custody. Thoughts? The answer is a mix. I don't trust anyone with all of them. Most of my Bitcoin, as everyone should know, I've talked about a lot of time, is in multi-sig. I can't even access most of my Bitcoin. I have it in a 3 of 5 Casa multi-sig vault. I custody it myself. It's geographically dispersed. I cannot access my Bitcoin without going on some very long drives. Almost impossible. So I don't think you should trust them with all of your funds, but I think a percentage of your funds with earning interest is really, 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 really nice. Voyager is FDIC insured for your dollars. Once you convert them into crypto, I do not believe it's FDIC insured, but it's insured for the dollars you hold on there. Did you ever shave stripes in your eyebrow? I did not because my mom was mad. I wanted to though. Guys, is Scott straight? Ask your mom. Let's see what we got going on here. Yes, I wore MC Hammer parachute pants, but we just called them hammer pants, right? Because like parachute pants weren't necessarily low on the crotch. Hammer pants had the low crotch. They were unique in that. Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Ever listen to Joe Mama Johnson on Tampa radio? The Quiet Storm. Many babies were made during his shows. Emmy, are you watching this? I don't know if she's here, but she's from Tampa and references Quiet Storm at least 3 times a week. This was her favorite radio station, her favorite radio show when she was little. It's how she learned about Keith Sweat and whatever. So yes, I know all about Joe Mama and the Quiet Storm. I can't believe that you just mentioned that. I almost want to text her since she's not listening. Yeah, Emmy knows. She knows. The Quiet Storm probably equally as responsible for my marriage. Circle is getting a federal banking license for USDC. Right. It's huge. Guys, everything is going to be regulated and it's going to be legal and we're going to be safe in USDC. USDC is going to be basically like dollars. I'm pretty sure. FDIC insurance fund can't cover a single bank going under. Right. I mean, there's some FDIC. There's people who believe that FDIC insurance isn't even that compelling because if everything goes under, FDIC insurance also fails. Quiet Storm by Mobb Deep is better than Quiet Storm, the radio show. Everything by Mobb Deep, but yes, different. Thinking on YOLOing my whole life savings on D's Nuts coin. Just joke. I honestly, if you didn't say just kidding, I could think that it was true. Did you tight roll jeans toward the inside or both towards one side? Inside. I tight rolled both jeans towards the inside. Tight rolling was when you get the cuff, you fold it as tight as you can, and then you roll it up to get the super tight at the bottom. I have an amazing picture of me with tight rolled acid wash jeans, must have been like 89, and a Dodger starter jacket that's like this short. Dude, so good. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, yes, on Charles Payne, I was preaching it was a joke. Yeah. Listen, I love Doge, but like there was no reason to be investing in Doge. It's not an investment, it's a trade. I'm having Charles Payne on the podcast. I'm interviewing him this week on my podcast. Let me see what else we got here. People asking about Matic. I'd love to look at Matic. I haven't looked at it, and I have a big bag. I don't really check what's going on with my coins anymore. I just kind of let it fly, to be honest with you. Let's look at Matic, though. I can't leave you alone. The implication that I would not be straight because I think Jodeci's awesome. Bro, you've never had sex with a girl that has any sort of rhythm or musical taste. Matic looks pretty good here on the dollar pair, of course, and just kind of ranging sideways here on the Bitcoin pair. Not much to see here. Not much to see on a lot of these charts. Not much to see on a lot of these charts, but Bitcoin, you go, girl. That was, yeah, you go, girl. Looks pretty good. It's pretty good. It'll be interesting to see if it holds this 200 MA to close the day. So 44,945 or so. That looks pretty likely, I would say. Of course, you rocked a Hornets starter jacket in middle school. They were the greatest jackets of all time. I still have mine somewhere. I still have mine. Why is everybody anti-USDT? Pretty sure they'll pass on it. I don't think everybody's anti-USDT. I think a very vocal, loud minority that has been proven wrong for 5 to 10 straight years is vocal against USDT. I think USDT is absolutely fine. I say if we're talking about regulation, that USDC will be viewed as more compliant by the United States government. I prefer USDC, not because I have anything against Tether, just because for me, I know that it's backed more than 1-for-1 in a New York state regulated bank, and that's a little safer. But I don't think there's anything wrong with USDT. If COVID continues to get worse and we shut down again, do you think crypto will be affected? I think if it would be affected, it would be very temporary like last time. But in general, I think that COVID has been, I hate to say this, COVID has been good for crypto, right? And as a net positive for sort of a grand awakening to monetary policy, money printing, the nonsense of governments in general. I think that that's bullish for crypto. So March 2020, COVID hit, like it was a wild card. So everything dumped. But now I think if things dumped because of COVID, we wouldn't see that same sort of move because people now, as a result of the last year and more, understand Bitcoin and understand why it's important. That's why, just like we're saying, the Senate is doing this crazy stuff that people are seeing as so bearish for crypto, and the numbers going up because maybe people are like, this is dumb. I'm buying Bitcoin. Yeah, COVID has been a catalyst. Exactly. More COVID equals more inflation equals good for crypto. You would think so, but listen, inflation's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Their executives are sketchy, but they've passed. I mean, I don't think that USDT has made it this far without cleaning up their act. I think there was probably some crazy wild stuff going on at the beginning, though. I feel like this was all inevitable, but COVID has pushed it forward a couple of years. I agree. I think it was a catalyst for crypto. So everyone looks at the March drop. Markets dropped. Bitcoin dropped so hard. It's correlated. That was before people understood the importance of Bitcoin. It's different now. I would love to interview Elon. He ain't returning my calls. Let me look. Mr. Scott, question mark. What's up, Dave? Yeah, don't know. Yeah. So why doesn't anyone care about XRP except the SEC? I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who love XRP and think it's important. In my opinion, I think that the proliferation of stable coins and their popularity has somewhat like cooled off the use case for XRP. Stable coins send basically as fast or close as any cryptocurrency as XRP and don't have the volatility. XRP is really cool. It's fast. It's super fast. I've used it. I mean, it's lightning fast, but it still has volatility, you know? So you might get less money if you're worried about dollars than you had when it's sent. So I did see gold take a dump. This is fun. But I also tweeted immediately at the dump, if you guys saw, that it looked like a buy. I did it. This was stop loss cascade. Doesn't just happen in crypto. This was a liquidation cascade and stop losses. Thin market, thin books, broke support and went down. And I was like, hey, you should probably buy it around here, at least temporarily. So that was a nice bounce. I don't know where gold's going to go. I just know that nobody gives a shit about gold anymore. They don't. You can't have this level of money printing and gold dropping over the last year without saying gold is done. Gold is old. Bitcoin is, I don't know. It's something, but gold's old. Boomer rocks. Gold is boomer rocks. What might add more views? Have you ever considered humor in content? I think I literally was just doing jokes. I like my jokes clearly aren't hitting today. But yes, I would consider having humor if you would consider having a sense of one. Looking at more, still lots of cocky traders on crypto Twitter calling this a dead cat bounce. Well, they capitulate. Listen, it could be a dead cat bounce, but if it's a dead cat bounce, at least it has the technical structure of a new bull move. Let's look at the last one. Here's 2017 to 18. Let's look at it on the weekly, maybe. Let's see. This is not the same structure because you never had a higher high, only higher lows, right? Only higher lows. I had a tweet about this somewhere. One second. I shared it yesterday. Hold up. I had this. No, I don't know where it is. But yeah. I tweeted about this basically yesterday. So in this cycle, you never had a higher high. This made a higher high. So like when you were looking at this market, you finally had a higher high right here. So this bear market to me, and I tweeted it, congratulations, end of the bear market, 4,200. When it broke above here. And that was the end of that bear market. Ran all the way to 40,000. High, low, high. This is a failed higher low. High, 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 high. Higher high. That was the end of that bear market. So yes, this could be a bear trap, but from a technical perspective, we've broken the bearish trend. I thought my humor was good. Thanks, Kristen. Thanks. Have you ever considered, like sharing charts on your live stream and maybe saying intelligent things, dumbass? I've tried. Have you ever considered being funny, you unfunny jerk off? What's the point of stable coins like Tether? I mean, the stable coins have incredible purpose. They allow for tremendous liquidity, transferring money quickly. Ever tried to send US dollars to someone in a foreign country quickly? Then you know what the point of stable coins is. Absolutely. Yeah. Hi, not goodbye. That doesn't even make sense. You're trying to troll me. If you're going to troll me, you have to do it like eloquently or at least in a way that anyone would understand. Have you considered starting a YouTube channel? Could be good for YouTube views. I've thought about it, John, but it just seems too obvious. Yeah, going back. Sorry. Do you know any cool office chair? I can do a 10. I don't think I can do that. What about a freestyle master who spits about the market? Just Bitcoin doesn't rhyme with anything cool except for shitcoin, but that's whatever. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to turn around and hurt you. Rick Astley, we make fun of him now, but the dude was as legit as it comes when I was a kid. We loved Rick Astley. I probably at middle school dances. Give you up, gonna let you down. I did this. Oh, this. Yeah, we had all those moves to Rick Astley. Do you cover alts sometimes? I just went through 10 of them. I just did 10 of them. Rick is the man. Rick Astley's amazing. I was on a boat in the Caribbean this weekend. I always think of Rick Astley. It's Billy Ocean, the song Caribbean Queen. It's just that same era, like same vibe. Caribbean Queen, now we're sharing the same dream. You know that song. Anyways, so we were like chilling on a boat. Actually, I was in the water and I was swimming with a pig, big ass pig. And like a boat rolled by with like 30 tourists blasting Caribbean Queen. Caribbean Queen. Rick Astley's voice doesn't match his physique. That's the beauty of it, right? Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Did not say Rick's ass is amazing. It might be, though. We're kind of coming to the end here, guys. I know it's like we start wasting time, but you need to come to Boston and DJ a show. I've done that many times, but I don't DJ really anymore. We're sharing the same dream, and our hearts, they beat as one. No more love on the run. It's my era, man. Music was so much better back then. Everything was better back then. I'm a boomer now. I say things like, everything was better when I was a kid. So let me see. Someone just said, saw Pangolin on your bookmark. Are you a fan of AVAX? I'm a huge fan of... Okay, is it Avalanche, Avalanche, or Avalanche? Because depending on who you ask, it's different. But according to John Woo, who I've had twice on the podcast, Avalanche. Yes, I'm a fan of it. I've traded a few things on there. I like testing out things. Pangolin is really sweet, though. Jose would like you to know not to take yourself too serious. I agree, bro. More jokes. Yes, senators have come to an agreement. Last I saw, it was basically a compromise. They were going to make sure that there's no language that would make, miners and wallets report. So basically somewhere right in the middle. I think it's fine. Also, you got to remember that this is a 2,700 page bill, $1 trillion. Not one senator has read it. Not one person has read it. Somebody wrote it. And they were like, hey, assistant guy, do something about that crypto thing. We need like $30 billion more in tax revenue. So somebody wrote a sentence, right? Some underling wrote a sentence, and it would have probably gone unnoticed. So it's important to note that just because the language was bad, which it was, does not mean the intent was bad, right? I don't think a lot of people think it was sinister, and maybe it was, but I think that they wrote a sentence saying we're going to tax people who do crypto stuff. And then someone realized, holy shit, this could have these implications. But that doesn't mean that they would actually try to collect taxes from every wallet and all of those. So I think it's important to just take it in context. Maybe it was malicious, or maybe it was just an afterthought in a 3,000 page bill that had literally nothing to do with cryptocurrency. Favorite Dr. Seuss book? That's tough, man. Probably, I like the classics, so probably Cat in the Hat, but I do like Thing 1 and 2, Hammer Pants or Cavaricis. I was too poor for Cavaricis. My parents wouldn't buy me Cavaricis. They were expensive. See, Cavaricis were the extremely heavily pleated pants, but like my mom could make Hammer Pants, which was dope. My mom actually made us a pair of Hammer Pants. I'm not a relative with Michael Scott because he's a fake person and my last name is not Scott. I'm late, so could you quickly jump to ETH? I did it. I did ETH already, bro. I did it. Here's ETH. Look, up. It's above the EQ of the channel on Bitcoin pair and broke out of the range on the USDT pair. Looks great. Enjoy your Ethereum. Dr. Seuss was spitting hot fire way before Vanilla Ice. It's not even close. You're absolutely right. Lawful FUD. It can't do what it set out to do anyways, but it's right. That's my point. Like, you can't retroactively collect information from anonymous people. It's not going to happen. So it doesn't matter. Green eggs and ham goes super hard, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. It's good, man. Dr. Seuss was, in the words of Onyx, unfuckwittable. I think that was spelled UNFUKWITABLE, unfuckwittable. Could not be fucked with. Why do you sound like a stuck-up bitch when it's up? What's up? I don't know. I sound the same all the time, so I'm going to assume that my default setting is stuck-up bitch. Yeah. The places you'll go is like the book that my parents give their like adults children. They like give it to their adult children and they're like, read Dr. Seuss. It's got all the lessons you need to know for your whole life. But you're like 20 and you get a Dr. Seuss book. You're like 20 and you get a Dr. Seuss book. You're like, I don't know. Stuck up biz. All haters are unwarranted. It's the definition of being a hater. But if you can't live with haters, you can't be out here, you know? I have a great voice. I've got a great voice. Not anymore, but I was in an a cappella group in college. I've talked about this with and like my hallmate who lived on my freshman hall and like competitor in the other a cappella group. They were corny. We were funny and cool. They were corny. They wore tuxes and sang jazz, but it was John Stevens, aka John Legend, and we were like friends but a cappella rivals in college. I would say that in life he won. I lost. I'm the loser and he's better. But it's fine. It's fine. And there was a while though where I was like a cool DJ and he was a management consultant with no music career. And that was cool. Yeah. Lorax is dope. Lorax is tight. Why is everyone shitting on Scott? Y'all more salty now than we were during the mini bear market. They're shitting on me because I can take it, bro. Let the hate flow through you. Let the hate flow through you. I love being shit upon. He simps pretty hard. Is that still a win? I would say John Legend won, dude. He won. He won. Was that me and Color Me Bad? No, but I wish I could have. That was like when I was 13, 14. I Want to Sex You Up. And that was my jam. And like my brother let me watch the movie New Jack City. And that was like in the sex scene. And I was like, oh. Because y'all saw New Jack City. That movie was a little raw for like a 13, 14-year-old kid. I Want to Sex You Up. Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's pour a glass of wine. Yeah, that's the shit, man. That's the shit. Janet's always yelling, not always selling. I want to sex you up. Luna before finishing, you know what? I'm in the kind of mood. I'm in a giving mood. Give you some TA. Coming into support here. Golden Cross for people who care about that kind of thing, some support. But I mean, this doesn't look great. But I would say that this whole area, yeah, it's coming into support. Ultimately, honestly, you want to be back above here. Let's look at it on USDT. Resistance, right? Right into supply. Maybe it consolidates here. Okay, that's the daily. Let's see if this looks kind of bull flaggy. Not really. I don't know. I would want to be above that zone now. You know, sometimes the safest entrance is higher. So I'd be looking for one of these, you know, but if not, catch it right down there. That'd be my view. Vuna on Luna. Handing out TA like herpes. This shit gonna stick with y'all for life. Herpes doesn't go away. One of my favorite songs when I was a kid, one of the best rap albums of all time, The Far Side, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side, had the song called Soulflower. And it was my favorite song on the album, even though Passing Me By was on the album, so it's saying a lot. And it had the last verse, had the best line about herpes ever. Go from skip scop to hip hop to bebop to defunk, cutting enough bullshit to turn a tree into a tree trunk. Because we fell ships from the Pacific Atlantic. I dig dips that got the hips that are gigantic. Because I'm frantic, take you in a frenzy, take you out as easy to pull a bullet out of a benzie. Box when I rocks the orthodox styles that make you squirm. Yes, I come from Cali. No, I do not have a perm. I stand firm on the mic device when it gets nice. Don't roll the dice if you can't pay the price. I got more flavors than 7-Eleven Slurpees. If magic can't admit he got AIDS, fuck it, I got herpes. Justin just asked where the painting is. It's still in the box. I'm waiting for somebody to come hang it, and I don't want to open it so my kids can't destroy it. That's Trevor Jones painting over there. Yeah, of course I got bars, bro. From the 90s. the 90s, man. Anyways, though, guys, check out Kava. Check out Kava. So my memory is amazing. I grew up, I learned to play the piano starting when I was like 4.5, 5 years old by something called the Suzuki method, which is by ear, right? Completely by ear. And so I learned at a very young age, oral, that's a A-U, not O-R, oral. So anything I hear, it's like I have like a phonographic memory. I hear things. So like movie quotes and music and stuff, I just remember it all. I remember it all. See me Wednesday? Yeah, I'm back for good, man. I'm not going anywhere. Now, in my younger days, I used to sport a rag. When I went to school, I carried lunch in a bag with the apple for my teacher because I knew I'd get a kiss. Always got mad when the class was dismissed. More far side for you guys. Yeah. So, anyways, train of thought, good memory. Sure, that's great. Check out Kava. Check out below. Check out Swap. It is coming very soon. And speaking of which, I have got to go because I have a call with Kava, 3:30. Oh my God, you guys keep hitting me. Return of the Mac is maybe the greatest song of all time. Maybe the greatest song of all time. Mark Morrison went to jail, ruined his career, but Return of the Mac is maybe the best song. Mama got a glass eye with a fish in it. Your mama got a peg leg with a kickstand. Your mama looks like she been in the dryer with some rocks with a big bust nose, sucking dirt out her socks. Held up the ice cream truck with a slingshot to try to back up cheese torn and a soda pop. Your mama rootin' tootin' stole my loot and my suit. She may have the muscle, but no, she's not cute. She's not pretty. Oh, what a pity. Got a glass titty filled up with Kool-Aid just for the kiddies. Yeah. I can't stop when you guys hit me with Farside lyrics because I know them all. I have them all. Anyways, guys, it's been real. I love y'all. But, oh, man, there's a comment up here. I got to turn that off. But for real, guys, I got to go. I will see you on Wednesday, though. Peace.
Let's go.